Good morning and welcome to San Jose del Cabo. I'm just outside Los Cabos Airport, International Airport. I just rented a car for $18 US a day, which is a really good deal. And I'm going to show you how I do that. I have two tips for renting cars in Mexico. One tip is specifically for Mexico, and the other tip is you can use it anywhere in the world. So today we're doing a little road trip to La Paz, which is just up the coast here. It's actually about 2 or 3 hour drive, and we're going to be stopping in the surf town of Todos Santos, probably grab a bite to eat before we reach La Paz. So stick around and I'll tell you all about those rental tips, and we'll see beautiful Baja California del Sur.
Good.
So I got 2 pastor, which is pork tacos, and 1 carne asada. And it comes with all this stuff. We got a topo chico, which is probably sweet. No, it's just mineral water. A little bit of lime. And it's showtime. Oh boy. They made this tortilla just now. You can get flour or corn. So, there we go. Look at that. Oh man. It just doesn't get any better. Oh boy. I mean, oh man. Just water or the sugar in it?
Coffee and water. Yeah, how many times?
So that was the pastor, 10 out of 10. And this is the carne asada, which is grilled beef.
Oh,
Gracias. Alright, so now we got the frijoles charro, which is charro, I believe, is like cooked beans, charred beans, with 1 tortilla. So, oh, little pieces of meat. And it's parts and stuff. It's like a pork bacon. It's like pork and beans type thing.
I hope I'm gonna like it.
Get the lime back on here. Alright, there you go. Oh man. So each of these tacos costs 40 pesos, which is about $2.20. So this lunch here for me is about $6 or $7, and just as tasty as could be. I'm gonna finish this off and get back on the road to La Paz. So there it is, the Chevy. And there's no model number. It's not like a Chevy Beat or Chevy anything, because I think this is, trunk has been replaced. Anyway, it's a bit beat up, but it does the job. It got us here, drives fine. And we arrived not last night, but late afternoon yesterday. And it's the next day now. And we have a little house in a little local neighborhood, a barrio here. As you can see, it's actually very nice. And the beach is just 15 minutes away by foot. We went there last night. I'll put some clips up of that so you can see what it's like. But let's get to those tips that I was speaking about. So the first one is using the Mexican website on car rental sites. So I've done this twice now in Mexico, and I did it this time. So say you want to rent from Enterprise, a huge international car rental company. You go to enterprise.com or whatever it is, and then there should be a section where you can change it to like Mexico version, like Spanish, Mexico, pesos. And if you do that, the price goes down too. So you get like the Mexican price. And I did that this time. I went to sixt.com or whatever their normal American site is. And then I changed it to Mexico, pesos, Spanish, so everything's in Spanish. So if you want to understand everything, just copy, paste, Google Translate, so you feel comfortable. And when I did it on the American site, just the .com, for 9 days, this car was $215 US. And as soon as I went over to the Mexican site, it was $168. So that's about $50 different. And that's what I did. So I saved 50 bucks over 9 days just by doing that. So, but you do, like I said, you have to translate everything into Spanish, and everything goes through with your credit card. It's, you know, this is a big company. So, and I know it works with Enterprise too, because I did it like 4 or 5 years ago in Guadalajara, and I saved a bunch of money that time too. So that's a good tip. And maybe that works all over the world, like maybe in Europe or something, but I know for sure that it works in Mexico. All right, so that's tip number 1. Let's get to tip number 2, and that is simply using your Visa card to rent. You probably already know that if you rent a car online, the first price is without insurance, and then once you add all the insurance and all the coverage, that probably doubles the price. So most Visa cards, you'll have to check to make sure that your specific Visa card, like Chase Sapphire or whatever your Visa card's name is, that it has this rental car coverage. You might have even heard about this and doubted that it worked, but I actually have experience that it does work. A few years ago in Portugal, in Lisbon, I was driving on the highway there. A car pulled out in front of me, kicked up a rock, and cracked the windshield. And I did not have the coverage. I did not take the insurance with the car. So obviously I was like, you know, kind of upset, like this is gonna cost a lot of money. And it did. It should cost like $200 to replace a windshield, but of course, rental car companies being what they are, they charged $700. So there was nothing to do. I paid it, but I kept all the paperwork, everything. And when I got home, I went to Visa's claims coverage. There's a site there, you'll have to find that out, and just made a claim with them. I had all the evidence that I had paid with my Visa card, everything, and it literally took 3 days for them to just reimburse me money directly back on my card. No questions asked. It was all done through the internet, and it worked like really, really well. So that's my second tip. So usually it doubles the price. So if I had taken the coverage on this car, it could have cost me $150 more. And then you factor in the $50 I saved by going to the Mexican site, and you're looking at $200 savings over 9 days. So check your Visa card, see that it works, and the one thing you have to do is you have to decline any coverage with the car rental company for that Visa trick to work. It's all written there on the Visa site, what you have to do. So check that out. It is kind of stressful when you have to, you know, decline coverage. They're going to pressure you in the office to take it. Are you sure? But even call the Visa claims people. They will talk to you and reassure you that this does work. So I hope that works out for you. Be careful, check everything before you do anything, and good luck, safe travels, and really looking forward to discovering this very interesting city of La Paz, Mexico in the coming video. See you next time.